Going through times where you feel spiritually dry or depleted or tired in some way, those times are really tough. But in this video, we're going to try to look at those times from a slightly different angle than maybe you've been used to. What's up, everybody? I am Caleb with Gamerfaith. I have gone personally through several what you might call dry or wilderness periods throughout my life. I tell you that every time that I went through that, it felt terrible. Most, if not all of these times, I had an extreme focus on myself, as in wondering what in the world was wrong with me that I was feeling this way. Now, there are probably some Christian speakers out there who would maybe say that these sort of desert exploring times are not good and that a Christian shouldn't have them, or that there's maybe something wrong with them for having them. But I'm going to have to disagree on this one in a lot of circumstances, at least. First, I will say that the first place most people's minds go is that the reason that they're feeling depleted in their faith walk is because they have committed some sort of sin that has maybe damaged or hurt or distanced the relationship that they feel with God. And it is possible that sin can make you feel that way, but I don't think that it's the only time that we feel this way. So it seems to me that a few biblical figures that have either literally, figuratively, or both gone through wilderness tests and wilderness periods of time are Moses, Paul, and even Jesus in Matthew 4, I believe. It seems worth noting that if you look at those Bible circumstances, those Bible situations, and also from my own personal experience, it seems that oftentimes those wilderness experiences prepare us for God's work, and in my own life a lot of times they have preceded something. Maybe it's an experience or a ministry or a mission, something like that, and I have been better prepared for what was coming because I went through a challenging period. It seems like it has helped me to really have to focus and examine who I am compared to who God is, and just my need for Him all the time. And it has helped to put things in perspective for me. It seems it's also helped me to bolster and boost my faith at times, or remember who I'm serving, and to build that faith in Him. And also it has helped with humility. During a recent period like this, I realized that I could no longer rely on what you might call like emotional highs that were related to my faith. Because of those difficult times, I am stronger. My heart has leveled up. And let me also pause and say that from my experiences, those wilderness times do not last forever. So there's a scene in Ezekiel 37 where there's this valley of dry bones, and the breath of God enters these bones, and flesh is brought upon them, and they spring to life. There were some things that I believe that was specifically symbolic of. That sort of imagery just helps me to remember that I am fully dependent on God, and when I feel like I am dead and dry, it is Him who breathes that life and brings me back to life and sustains me. I believe God is always growing his servants, helping them to learn. Somebody once said to me, God shows you something, I think that really is a sign of how much he loves you, something along those lines. So if you are having a difficult wilderness experience or a difficult struggle of some other sort, I just want to tell you not to be discouraged, and also don't waste your troubles. Let God make you stronger through those troubles. Go like this verse right here, Psalm 119:71. This is the ESV version. It says, "It is good for me that I was afflicted, that I might learn your statutes." Another thing that reminds me of this topic is a scene in a Christian movie. Maybe some of you guys have seen it or seen the first one. So there was God's Not Dead, and then they came out with God's Not Dead 2. There's this scene that stood out to me a lot, and the main character is a teacher named Grace. She's going through a very hard time, and this is what she has to say. "Recently when I've been praying, it's like Jesus isn't letting me feel his presence. Usually I can almost reach out and touch him, but right now it's like he's a million miles away." So then Walter, her dad, says, "You of all people should realize when you're going through something really hard, the teacher is always quiet during the test." That's all I'll say on this topic. I just wanted to encourage you really quick. However, there are a few other resources that I would highly encourage you to check out. I didn't go into tremendous detail in this video, but I'm going to list, I think it's 3 things here. One is a song, and then there's 2 articles. The song is "Whatever You're Doing" by Sanctus Real. Both of the articles are going to be in the description of this video, and if they're not, yell at me in the comments because it means I forgot, but they should be there. But one is from gotquestions.org and the other one is from carm.org. Please go check them out. Remember that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, unless you're Mario. In that case, what doesn't kill you makes you smaller. Unless you have fireballs, in which case you stay the same size, but you lose your ability to throw the fireballs. It also applies to the Tanuki suit and the frog suit and Cat Mario. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Talk to me in the comments below. Hope to see you guys in the next video.